So I'm here in GLT, which is like residential combined with the business kind of area. So there's a lot of towers behind me here, and I mean, I actually been into, I would say, almost most of these towers. So this is on the opposite side of the marina. So for me it is walking distance over here, which is quite nice. So I'm out and doing a power walk now. So I'm gonna try and show what this place is looking like while I'm sort of walking through this, because this is a green area and there's not that many green areas actually around the PBR area. So let's just walk past it. So anyway, today I have been typing on the master paper and for one of these courses, and like the master program itself has I mean, it's for 2 years full time, so I don't know how many courses that is equivalent to, but in total it is 120 ECT credits or ECTS points. I don't know what that is. It's the European system, you know. So it's actually, you can see the moon here. I'm gonna try to show you. So yeah, so I have now submit that paper, which was a 2,500 word paper, but I've been working with that one, like, you know, part-time over the last couple of weeks. And also I submit one of the other courses, like complete assignment, you know. So now I am like less than I have like completed 1.5 courses in total of the spring. So I have left, you know, minus the 8 courses that I'm taking, or 7 courses it is actually. So that's quite good on my part. So now I only have one assignment that I need to work with for this new week, which is like there's only one big assignment for that course. So I only have one such thing to do in this coming week. As well, on Wednesday I'm getting another assignment as a presentation or something in one of these other courses, which is in English for the financial sector. So I'm going to be trying to get that one done as well. So I wanted to do some workouts, and honestly I don't know if I'm going to stop here and do something in this thing. I'm wondering where I can put down the camera, because I want to continue with this one. So let's see if I can put this one somewhere, you know, without breaking anything. that was a very quick. I might go to the gym as well later, I will see. Because now it's 6 o'clock. And actually yesterday I was the entire day like with my friend and trying wedding dresses. So as well we was at her house sometime. So it was the entire day. And then so today I was just doing on that master paper. So I'm gonna try and walk through here because now it's going to be quite a lot for some people here now. So I just So I think what I'm going to do for my power walk, because I basically walked all the way from GVR over here. I think I'm going to continue with this. So I'm gonna walk through here and around this entire water. I'm gonna try and flip the camera around so you can get to see what it looks like on the other side as well. Because this area is just towers, and typically I don't come here for power walks, but because of the, you know, to kind of switch it out. I was actually initially planning on going to a park, but because of the, it's like quite late, I mean at 6 o'clock, and I would have been there maybe at 7, so I figured it's no point for me to go there, you know. But I'm gonna try and flip around the camera and show you the there is the marina, so it's like a huge road in between, which is possible to cross over some kind of tunnel thing. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's see, this is almost 10 minutes. So actually for the master paper I end up, oh there's a cat here as well. So actually for the master paper I end up only writing about the paradigm of critical thinking and what else? Phenomenology, hermeneutical phenomenology, and I also added some social construction and included quite a lot of different philosophers, you know. So let's see if I know the name of them. There are like, I think it was 12 I end up include. It was Heidegger, Kant, Popper, Kuhn, Adorno, Horkheimer, let me see, Hegel, and yeah, how many was that? I don't know. Honestly, it was quite a few different ones that I included. But one of the main points that I realized when I looked at this philosophy behind science is that most of the philosophers who has sort of built the foundation for science is basically based in Europe, and they are based in a westernized context, and they are also based in Frankfurt. So Marx and Weber as well, those are also from Frankfurt. So it's not that many scholars for the philosophy that has any other organ, because these were active in the, actually they have sort of been active in the 20th century as well, but for this main foundation, basically it's mainly like Europeans. So I mean there is still the, you know, science is still like reacting the whole concept of, or like the universal sort of application as religion also is claiming, but nowadays science is like mainly the universal type of application, you know, for explaining different matters and explaining the world basically, but none of them have their origin in the, you know, any other context than Western. So, and this is what people don't understand, you know, that when they're studying science, they basically just studying the certain theories and stuff that has been framed based on Europe and goals that has been founded in Europe, basically, in the westernized place. So that's kind of important to keep in mind, you know. But I think all of them were Germans actually that I included into this paper, and I'm assuming there is other philosophers who have been active in writing theories and stuff, or at least argued against some of these developed theories and stuff, and like within certain forms of defined theories, you know, of the normal science, but it's still not really, it's kind of strange in one way, because some of these concepts are not like newly invented, they are just like reframed to suit the science. So I don't know if you really can claim that. Okay, I need to walk past here because they have some music, you know. So I don't know if you can claim that any of these concepts are, you know, newly invented. It's just that they have been reframed to suit the science foundation, you know. And there's the moon, as per usual. So now I actually sort of, I still haven't read the entire Heidegger book because that one is quite heavy, and I feel like if you're reading even one chapter, you still need to do reflection on what actually is included in it, because I mean you almost need a commentary to the entire book itself, and I know there are commentaries to this. There's quite a lot of other philosophers and stuff who have done certain, you know, commentaries to Heidegger and stuff, and if you're reading Foucault, you can also find a commentary to his work, but I haven't taken up any of those commentaries. I just try to read the actual literary work itself, you know. But on the other hand, I'm also trying to get the, what is it called? Yeah, so basically I kind of dropped Heidegger. I'm going to continue to read it, but I wanted to sort of mix up my what I'm reading and sort of read stuff simultaneously, because I either way reading stuff for you know, for all of these courses and stuff. But so I picked this. Actually, I have it in my rucksack currently, you know. It is the Lawrence of Arabia, which is a quite interesting book, you know. It is connected to the time period of the First World War, and it's not taking place, as I'm understanding it to be, in the European context. It's actually taking place in the more Arabian, or like, you know, as defined Middle Eastern context, you know. So, but it is a British archaeologist. Either way, he was educated at Oxford, and he went to Middle East, and he was I don't know what he was doing. I think there is quite a lot of question marks to actually what he was doing and what he sort of aimed for. But he was kind of active during that period of time, which is having quite significant, you know, effects even today. So that seemed to be a good book to read this coming week, by the pool maybe. And because now, as I said, I have finished 1.5 of the courses, and I just have one assignment that I need to type on until Wednesday, which is not so much, you know, compared to what I've been doing these last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna try and read something out of that book, you know, that I just mentioned. So actually, the tower behind here, yeah, it's actually the White Tower, this one. That's also a tower that I have lived in. So, and that one was quite nice, but the gym was very tiny, you know. So that was not so nice in a sense. So anyway, now I'm almost, basically I walked around this entire thing. So the GLT is, by the way, quite big, large area. And I think I'm going to end here because this is almost 20 minutes. But I just wanted to share what this place is like, sort of. And, you know, in regards to this philosophy of science. So I definitely would recommend. There is quite an interesting argumentation between the theories that Popper and Kuhn proposed respectively, but they have sort of been arguing against each other. So I think that's quite an interesting thing to look into, you know, in case you have the means of delving into the more finer fabrics of science, you know. Definitely have a look on that. There is even posted on, you know, YouTube and all these, you know, public platforms like forms of video clips where they are sort of explaining their theories and what they actually sort of came up with. I can say that on the part of Kuhn, he wrote about, let's see here, actually how I'm gonna get one. So actually the Popper theory was related to this whole thing, how you can sort of define, you know, what is a science and what is not science, what is an idea in comparison to, you know, valid forms of theories. Because if you're just looking for accumulated observations, you know, in the science, you basically need to also look at how can you sort of because you're going to find, if you have a general theory, you're going to find a lot of things that are strengthening that specific theory, you know, if you're just looking at observations. So instead of just looking for positive observations, one way of go about is actually to look at things that are sort of potentially falsifying the theory itself. Because if a theory can hold against a lot of different trials, it means that it's kind of a persistent form of theory, and that theory would then be claimed to be common science, you know, or be part of common science, you know, and that is something that is quite of importance, you know. So I'm gonna go back here because this place I need to sort of take another turn, but definitely have a look on that argumentation. It's quite interesting, you know, and to understand the concept between what is, how do you find a theory that is valid in the common science in relation to just ideas that could potentially be perceived to be science, but it's not science because it may not hold against continuous trials, you know. Even if there's a, you know, positive, like something that supports that specific theory and stuff, you know. So So I'm gonna end here, and thank you.